You can go a little bit toward the half wall. You have more room on that side. Will it go into the door? Yeah, it's like bring it all down about there. I got it. Tuck it on down. Alright, stop.
Hey folks, we just got this new tank in here and it's going to be our mix tank. It's 1,000 gallons and we got to do a little modification. This tank came from Big Boss Brewery, which I used to frequent a lot back in Raleigh, and now it's at Muddy River Distillery to mix up mashes and who knows what else. It's got like old dairy style din fittings on it. So if you look right here, the first thing we have to do to make this tank work for us is remove this old valve. We're gonna replace this thread with this tri-clamp. So we're gonna weld that on today. That's job number one, and then we'll see what happens from there. Oh man. The next step will be to cut this off and weld a new one on. So let's get after it. You know, one thing that's just crazy about this tank is, I'll take this thing. That's the spray ball for this thing. Inappropriately large. I'm gonna obviously replace that, but it looks like I might have to get into the tank to do it.
Yeah, outside. Yeah.
So in order to make a clean cut on a pipe, because it has to be a clean cut, you can't just hack this thing off with a Sawzall. I cut it with a bandsaw. And I'm gonna keep it as long as I can, because I can always make it shorter, but I use this piece of paper. Now you see how the piece of paper isn't lined up? That means it's gonna make a crooked cut. I'll adjust that. That could be a real pain in the ass, but you need to get it right. So you know, when welding stainless, you gotta take your time. Usually it doesn't take me this long. Okay, well, yeah, nice straight cut. You make sure it's tight all the way around and flush, and then you can mark your line. And then as I'm cutting it with the bandsaw, I'll just follow that line. And if I miss that line, it's really hard to weld with that angle. See that gap?
Yeah. 6 hours later.
Yeah, you definitely should put that on there. We've gotten the hole prepped. If you look right here, it's prepped and smooth and flat. And we've got our piece that we're gonna weld onto there ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and clamp this on. Check she's welding flush. And when welding stainless steel, we have to back purge the inside of the weld. So that way, when you're doing it, you don't get sugaring, and that's gonna cause rust and imperfections in the weld. It also weakens it structurally. So got my torch right here fairly set up. I'll go into that a little bit more, but now I need to just bring this up to the proper level. So I'm good when you're good, Jordan. All right, so I'm just checking that I'm in a comfortable position. Next thing I'm gonna do is tack this thing in. And once it's tacked in, I can remove my clamp and then I'll zip all the way around it. Yeah, now we're ready, we're welding. That's welding time. Rocking the stash. All right, let's come over here. I'm gonna show you this. So if you look inside this cup here, you're gonna see the weld from the inside. And you see how it's nice and shiny and metallic? If there was no argon, it would be rusty and look like cauliflower, rusty cauliflower. So that's why that's so important. And I'm gonna get back into it. Come and get a close-up of this guy. Yeah. So now I'm just gonna clean up, check for holes, look at those. Right? Looks pretty good, huh? I mean, I'm no professional welder, but overall, we just brought this tank into 2022.9 because it's almost 2023. So excited that we could do things around here like that. It just saves us a lot of hassle and time, and this tank might have been more valuable to someone else, so we got a good deal on it because of the old fittings and things like that. We're gonna plug this in as a fermenter. So hook up glycol to it and run 30 barrels of mash through it at a time. Then eventually in the new facility, it will be our mix tank. And we've also talked about maybe making it into another still, but we probably won't do that. We don't need another still right now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Check out more videos about what's going on in the distillery and our YouTube channel in general. Come see us at the distillery. Cheers. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that stuff too.